Wednesday, April 24th. I'm at the Desert Marksmen range here at Palmdale. Decided to come out here on my day off to just shoot a little bit of 200, 300, and maybe some 4 or 5. Mainly I'm going to shoot the rimfire. I'm actually going to shoot 200 yards today, 300 yards with the rimfire if I have the opportunity. But I wanted to come out to Palmdale because I haven't been out here in a while, and plus I do like this facility even though it's a far drive for me. So about a 2-hour drive in the morning. Traffic is okay. So anyway, I'm the only one here right now, so we're going to go ahead and get all the gear unpacked. I already put my target at 50 because I'm going to re-zero because I adjusted my scope, and then we'll go from there. As you can see behind me here to my left, I have this umbrella, but basically it's a diffuser umbrella you use for flash photography, but I brought it out with a light stand because if you see my previous vlogs here at the Desert Marksmen range, depending on where the sun is at the time of year, it could be in your eye, and so I brought it just in case. But it's April, so I guess the sun is coming in from the left side of the benches. I don't really need it as much as I do normally if it were like during the fall winter time, because it would be directly in front of us. But I figure I set it up anyway to see how well it works. But it seems to be blocking out the sun and glare in my scope fairly well, so that's what I have next to me. And I got a replacement vibration trigger or shock trigger for the lab radar from that PIFT place. We'll see if it works. It seems to be a little bit more sensitive when I tested it at home just by like tapping it. But we'll see if I can get it to work. And I'm at 50 yards right now. I'm gonna try to re-zero because I moved my scope farther forward about an inch. I think I had it too far back when I initially set up the rifle. And so I was having to come back farther on my cheek well, and I think that was affecting my position and how I was grouping. So moved it forward and it feels a lot better. So we'll leave it. We'll just, oh yeah, we're gonna have to re-zero. Can't imagine it'll be off that much. Well, let me go get my tools so I can make my scope adjustments. Looks like I need to come down. So I'm zeroing with rifle match because it seems to be more consistent than standard plus. So I figure this is the best round to at least zero with. At 50, the groups are pretty good. I can shoot it about ½ an inch or better. But I'm just trying to fine tune it. If anything, I can't get it to be centered at 50, but if I can't, I'm going to favor high than low at 50. So there's no in between here. So I punched the target out to 200. I'm zeroed at 50. And it appears that I got this trigger to work. I had to adjust the range back down, velocity range of the lab radar to a handgun, not rifle. So that's important. But it seems like the trigger is actually working if I place it on the side close to the bolt. And it's enough recoil, the bolt is enough to cause it to just sort of shake enough to trigger the sensor or whatever, and then the lab radar starts reading. But we're going to go ahead and try to zero at 200. So I have this Kestrel 5700 Elite, and I have it set up with a range card. And according to this, with current conditions, I actually need 7.52 up to get to 200, which is pretty insane. So 7.5 mils. That's insane for 200 yards. Let's try 7.5 and see if we're on target. So I shot a 10-round group, if you want to call it that, but it's pretty wide. I see like a huge elevation. I mean, gauging from here, it's got to be 10 inches. 10 inches of elevation disparity at 200. So the trigger actually worked with the lab radar. I got all 10 rounds that I fired, amazingly enough. Average 1089, standard deviation 10.4, extreme spread of 38. But let's go ahead and take a drive out there, take a look at that target, because the group at 200 yards for this 22 is just all over. Earlier, I was re-zeroing the rifle, so I was just trying to get everything dialed in correctly and just trying to fine-tune elevation at 50. But I'm settled at right around here at 50, which is fine with the rifle match. So I shot some rounds at 50 yards, or 200 yards, sorry, with rifle match first. Didn't know where I was at. I think my first round, 7.5 mils, was this one, and it just kind of settled in here. But I was trying to shoot at this, aiming at this, and it was all landing here. So given that, I dialed just down a full mil. So I was just hovering at 6 mils up from 0, 50 yard 0, to shoot this 10-round group here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No idea where the 10th is. Could be one of these. But anyway, let's just assume that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could be the 10th down here. So this is a pretty wide group. That's at least 10 inches, definitely not a foot. Then I tried long range match here. First round, I would call this an outlier given that I was shooting a different ammo type at this point. But second round, third, fourth, fifth, well, first, second round, and then after that it settled in right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this proves that long range match is a little bit better than rifle match in terms of beyond 100 yards. I want to call these two outliers because these are the first 2 rounds after shooting all rifle match all morning. So I shot probably 100 rounds of rifle match. And so you're seasoning the barrel with whatever lube or whatever they put on long range match. Granted, long range match may be the same as rifle match. Who knows? You know, like I said, I may have stated earlier, it's probably just a more consistent lot. But this does definitely, it shoots faster. I know this shoots about 25, 26 feet per second faster than rifle match in my gun. But this is actually half decent when you look at it up close. Granted, this is about a 4-inch group at 200 yards. About a 4-inch group. Yeah, I got small hands, but a 4-inch group at 200 yards roughly. So yeah, that's not bad compared to rifle match. Maybe I'll go ahead and shoot one more group. Let me get a different piece of paper and I'll put it on here and save this one. And then these are wasted pasters, but put a different piece of paper on there so I can save this just in case I mess up this for documentation. While I was out there taking a look at the target at 200, I went ahead and put up my steel spring target at 400. Move over to the prone like the non-bench area, to get a little bit of time with the 6 Creedmoor. I brought that out with me. I don't think I want to dirty the barrel too much. Just wanted to shoot a little center fire while I'm out here. If you're gonna take the 2-hour drive, might as well shoot a little bit of the a bigger bore than rimfire. Although so 7 is too high. Well, 6.5. For the most part, the trigger actually works, but if you operate the bolt too hard, you get these errant velocities like 370 feet per second because it's just clocking nothing. But we'll toss these out when we do the analysis of the actual files. So I had to go ultra ghetto today because I forgot my shooting mat. So I'm just using this drop cloth that I have in the back of the Jeep. And not to mention that I took the wrong ammo, or brought the wrong ammo. So I only have about 15 or 18 rounds of 6 Creedmoor, and everything else is 6.5, and I had to bring my Savage. Oh, dead round. That one didn't strike off. Second one in the batch didn't go off. So I'm not sure why that one didn't light up. There he goes. Seems like a weak primer strike. Pulled in my targets and my steel because I'm done shooting. But let's go ahead and just show these long range match groups. So this 10 round group here is long range match at 200 yards. Then I shot another one. This is, I think I shot at 7, then 6.5 mils up. And then I went down to 6.3, I believe, for this, 6.3, 6.4. But this is a kind of a flyer. I saw the recoil on this shot was kind of funky. So I'm gonna throw this out. While I know a lot of people say don't throw out flyers, but I called this one. It had weird recoil. But this is a pretty good group. I would say it's about a 3-inch group at 200 yards with long range match. This up and down elevation is me, but I can see where it's gravitating towards this area. Same with this. I know it's me in the bag. I'm trying to muscle the bag down a little bit, and I can get it to kind of stay within a nice 2-inch elevation group if I try. This one I just shot as fast as I could for that wind condition. So this is not bad, all things considering, for long range match. But if you look at my other target, which I showed earlier, that rifle match had a lot of elevation dispersion, and I don't think that was all me. I think a lot of that was also the ammo. So long range match, not bad at 200 yards. Packed up all my gear. I just scooted over to the alternate area of the range facility. I'm gonna take some photos before I leave, but for the most part today, got done what I need to get done as far as rimfire shooting. I was able to test re-zero and then test at 200 yards. I only tested rifle match. I didn't bother to test standard plus, and I didn't bother to test biathlon sport, but I just tested rifle match and long range match. And I figured those two were the best anyway out of the initial ones that when I shot the initial groups at 50 and 100 yards, 25, 50 and 100. So I figured just try rifle match and long range match to compare those two, since those are the two that most people will try to compare. And there's these bugs flying around, which is I'm clapping. But anyway, that's kind of it for today. Not really much shooting. I forgot to bring, or I neglected to bring actual ammo for the 6 Creedmoor. I had a bunch of 6.5 Creedmoor, but a box of like 15 rounds that were left over from the last time I shot it. So just shot 15 rounds of 6 Creedmoor. Probably need to start reloading some more. I think I have a batch of maybe 100 rounds left. But anyway, that's kind of it for today. Anyway, next time I'm going to be out, I'm not entirely sure. Probably head out to West End. I want to get some pistol shooting in. Haven't done any pistol shooting. I might just reconfirm the 0 again on the rimfire, the CZ455. And yeah, I'm probably gonna get my Glock out again because I want to shoot the red dot a little bit more now that I have a red dot sight on my Glock 19. And as far as other projects I'm working on as rifle or firearms related, I may or may not sell my Nucleus action, the American Rifle Company Nucleus. I've had that for I don't know how long now, a few months now. When did I get it? No, I got it last year. So I ordered it at SHOT Show last year. I've had it, so I've been sitting on it for almost a year now. I don't know if I'm going to build this gun. I just have to put money elsewhere. I mean, obviously I want to get the lift kit for this thing, so kind of diverting funds to that to save up for that, and the wheels and the tires when I need to upgrade. But I'm not entirely sure if I want to build another bolt action rifle right now. If anything, I kind of want to just build the Voodoo rimfire rifle, Voodoo Gunworks 22, as opposed to another centerfire. Because honestly, I'm not really much of a centerfire shooter anymore. I mean, I build some centerfire rifles, I shoot them, the bolt rifles, but I don't really compete anymore. There is a match at Santa Margarita Gun Club on the first weekend of May. I might try to get out there for 3x1000. They're finally started up again. But I just really don't shoot centerfires much, so I have a centerfire rifle already. What do I need to build another one? I have my 6.5, my 6mm Creedmoor, my 308. Do I need to build another bolt rifle? And I don't really think I do. You know, we all want to, right? But I don't think I do. So I think I'd rather just build a full-on decked out rimfire gun, because I can always shoot rimfire whenever I want, because the West End Gun Club, I have that junior rimfire range area I can use all the time. So it's just a good option for me. And if I were competing again, like if I was really shooting a competition, I would probably want to build another gun. But at this time, having a 6mm Creedmoor and my Savage 6.5 Creedmoor and my Remington 700P and 308, it's kind of have enough to go, you know, to alternate between, then I'm not really hurting for another gun. So anyway, that's kind of just my thoughts right now. And that's it for this range vlog. Oh, by the way, wanted to show this. On the way in, I was trying to record on the side. I had my GoPro on the front, but then I had this suction cup mount. It fell off the passenger side and I ran over it. So I didn't, the GoPro's fine. I ran over the suction cup mount itself because it fractured. It broke in half and it's all bent. So the GoPro itself didn't get run over, just this. So kind of funny. And did I scratch the lens? No, I did not. So I don't have to replace the lens. Sweet. Anyway, that's it for this range vlog. Today is Wednesday, April 24th, here at the Desert Marksmen Range in Palmdale. Thanks for watching the vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.